So I think in the whole ad fraud space, BFSI ranks in the 4th position. First obviously is e-com, then there is gaming, and then there is the OTT industry, and then obviously the BFSI industry is coming over there. And BFSI being a very performance oriented organization, what's impacting us is the bots that's coming in, that's getting more and more leads, but the quality is not good. Okay, so what's happening is so forget about the amount that's getting invested and getting wasted in terms of getting all these kind of bot-based leads. When these leads go to a call center, the call center is talking to them, and these bots are highly sophisticated to actually imitate a human voice. So the call center is talking to them, getting an appointment fixed. My RM is following up with them, not getting an appointment. So look at the bandwidth wasted, the opportunity wasted, the amount of money wasted into it. So all in all, it's a significant loss to the organization when we get this kind of leads. Skews off my data, skews off my lead, but it's of no use. So yeah, BFSI is kind of getting impacted with this kind of thought process, and that's what we're trying to combat at this point of time. So there are two types. One is detection and the other one is prevention, right? So how can we detect the fraud and how can we prevent the fraud going forward instead of just waiting and sitting back and always trying to do a detection basically. So we are pretty advanced now in detection, and we are using a combination of third-party tool and my in-house own agencies helping us to understand that based on the third-party tool, what are the IP addresses, what are the affiliates who are in the process of giving me more of this kind of junk leads or junk installs or junk registrations, and that is something that we believe in blocking them first. Prevention is what we are also trying to do is the other interesting type of not actually ad fraud, but unnecessarily increasing my cost of bidding, which is like, let's say in Google, why should competition bid on my brand keywords? Right. So if there's an interesting third-party tool which is coming up and telling us that they will allow, so they are stopping any kind of competition or any kind of affiliate network bidding on my keyword and then passing on that same lead to me in a separate format. Okay. So that is something we are combating. So all these things that we are preventing from with third-party tool integrations. Simultaneously, the third party also helps us post-facto analysis as to which are the bots and we don't pay them at all. And obviously then we blacklist them from the next session going forward. I think let's go down to the basic. Let's question the agency. Let's question the report. Don't just take a report by itself. You might have got 100 leads. Call center is not being able to convert them. The conversion rate is very less. Don't blindly just blame the call center. We need to really understand and analyze our report first. And all these tools, the third-party integrated tools, that might come at a cost of 3 to 4% of your media budgets, but that's an investment that's really worth it because that will give you the real insight that what you are getting is real. Are your ads being placed in a real scenario? Are they being served in a real scenario? Are you even targeting the real people? And I think that's lot of data that gives you the proper picture, which will help you to have proper analysis of the next campaign going forward. I think that's the suggestion, and that please invest in the right tools. Please question your data, and ad fraud is seriously coming up, and we need to give the senior management the right set of data tracks with the right analysis. This is the way to go. See, obviously, if you see pan-India, what data stats that we are coming across are very shocking. The 2 billion, if it's the kind of ad spends that's happening in India in digital, 50%, 60% is mobile. And out of that, around 1.6 billion is going to get wasted in terms of ad fraud or not brand safety or not viewability. So that means 20% is the exact amount that you're getting to create impact of your ads, and that's a serious concern that I'll have. Okay, and if you juxtapose the data against Nielsen's report, they also say the same thing. For every 2 million ad spend that you have, 80% gets wasted either in terms of wrong targeting or in terms of not viewable. So that's 20% again. So it's a serious concern, serious data. If you just look at the data by itself, it says okay, this much of data that you've got, leads, CTR, impressions, but question the data. And if you just talked about my organization, I think we've seen around 35%, up to 35% installs, registrations, which has come across from false sources. And because it's the detection and because it's kind of post-facto payment that we do, we have ensured that we don't pay them and we block the affiliates. So that's how it's helping us.